Hello everybody, it is Yami Fujita, and I am finally back, and we are finally back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And if you can remember at all, because I know it's been a long time, we left off witnessing the first double homicide. There are two students that were killed. We lost Hifumi, and we lost Taka. And whoever the killer is, they seem to possess multiple hammers, labeled in numbers and each one being bigger than the other. I am under the impression, after the investigation's gone out, that there are two people, there are two culprits in this double assassination. So, we are about to begin the third class trial. And after that, there will be two other ones left. My headphones up a little more. Alright, but now before that, let me go ahead and look at everything that will be essential to me heading into this class trial. And again, hopefully everything is not too loud or anything like that. Alright, here we go. Let's look at these truth bullets. So, the Monokuma file number 3. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. So the last 3 people now have died because of getting blows to the head. Because remember, Chihiro was struck in the head with a dumbbell. Very gruesome way to go out. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Yeah, very similar. Alright, so let's talk about the things in here. Blue tarp. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. There's blood stains on it. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any blood stains. Well, they failed, because there's a blood stain on the tarp. Repository dolly. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered. Hifumi's glasses. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely clean. So, this is the killer, or one of the killers, really trying to cover their tracks here. A spotless hammer. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was found wet and had apparently been recently washed. Now the weapons had, they were like completely painted up and decorated and had numbers on them. So they didn't quite look like this, but maybe this was a hammer that was used either way. Repository door. The door connecting the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to Aoi, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the body was rediscovered, it has somehow been unlocked. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Like, so what do they say? The door connecting the art room to the repository was designed only to open from the repository side, meaning you couldn't go in from the art room. You couldn't get into the repository through the art room. You could only open that door if you were already inside the repository to come out of it. So somebody had a key to unlock this door. I can just scroll through, right? A puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where Kyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind in the blood, meaning they carried him out on the dolly. The cloth, glasses cleaning cloth, was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character, and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away. Celeste's account, Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Okay, so that's gonna be an important detail here. I gotta try to think of everything here. His body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Is it possible that they moved his body? We'll have to see what happens here. Apparently they weren't gone for more than a minute or two. This is the note that Yasuhiro wrote to get everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clear. Alright, Robo Justice and the Orange Pen like that. Robo Justice blueprints. These are blueprints from Robo Justice which were found in Yasuhiro's room. So, Yasuhiro was my clear suspect for a while. My clear suspects were Yasuhiro and Kyoko because they were missing for a lot of this situation. And especially because these blueprints were found in Yasuhiro's room and because he was in the suit. But then Hifumi said before dying that Yasuhiro was the killer, and unfortunately, no, we just can't go by that. Unfortunately, that could be a trick. Not that Hifumi would try to trick us, but that could be somebody else trying to frame Yasuhiro. Robo Justice costume. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit in the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. That's another thing for why Yasuhiro was suspected. Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night, and the note read, "I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Who wrote that note? It's a lot of things in here. Broken wristwatch. Kyotaka's wristwatch broke when the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked, which means it must have broken the following morning when he was attacked. A lot of information here. Kyotaka's scrap of paper. His lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper. There's 17 things. I just saw the number. This is number 16. The note that Hifumi had. It is the note that we just read. Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn, which we know that Kyotaka had the other torn piece in his hand. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out. Meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. That's different. That's not the same as meeting in the rec room. Alright, last but not least, the e-handbook. Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a card key. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. Alright, so, with that being said, I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. The next few days are going to be for this game. By the way, it'll be me for the next few days, especially now that my voice is in good health and ready to go with this. That's another reason why I haven't come back to this game. My voice was shot that entire week of Thanksgiving and a few days after it. And then, of course, the coughing every time I wanted to talk. Alright, I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. You know the deal. This is the third trial. Not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up into a cruel fate. Oh, new room. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you? Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna get started. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay? Let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. Doing his voice like this really is gonna take a toll on my throat, though. And so the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. He says it at the beginning of every class trial. And we know what time it is. Alright. Okay, what skills? Oh, wait. Increase the time limit for each phase. You're going to... Oh, so I have up to 16 things I can add on here. So, I'm up to 12 things on here now. Alright, so I keep forgetting that I can look at the truth bullets while I'm here one last time. Alright, let me make sure I'm on the right part of this video. Oh yeah, I am. Alright, yeah, I'm on the right one. Of course, guys, I have the guide video up because I am not trying to screw up too often and then end up dead. I'm gonna obviously try on my own first, but if I'm running into trouble, I'll need to consort the video. Alright, but let me just get another rundown of the characters that we have available in this class trial. So it's me, of course, Makoto Naegi. Kiyotaka is dead. Of course, it says it already. Byakuya. Mondo is dead. Leon is dead. Hifumi is dead. Yasuhiro. Saik is dead. Kyoko. Aoi. Toko. Sakura. Celeste. Junko is dead. Chihiro is dead. Okay, so there were 15 of us in total. Now, how many names? 1, 2... Nope. 1... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 of us left. And there's only 8 of us left. Alright, let's go ahead and get this done. We got plenty of time. All rise for the third class trial.
学級裁判の簡単な説明から始めましょう。学級裁判の結果はお前らの投票により決定されます。
Okay, as usual, he explains the rules.
正しい黒を指摘できれば黒だけがお仕置き。だけどもし間違った人物を黒とした場合は黒以外の全員がお仕置きされ、みんなは欺いた黒だけが晴れて卒業となります。さてと、 じゃあ最初は犯人がもう決まってるよ。
Okay, yeah, everybody is always gonna say that they already know who did it, but we never do. The whole point I've realized is to try to frame somebody. You know, in the first class trial, it was me being framed. In the second class trial, it was Byakuya and my God, Genocide Jill. I keep forgetting her name. I think it's Toko. Yeah, Byakuya and Toko were the ones being framed. And now in this class trial, it's Yasuhiro only for some reason being framed. And I think it was between him and Kyoko. Both of them should be in question here. Alright.
一連の殺人や死体消失が起きた際のアリバイがなく、何よりあのコスプレ姿で現れた葉隠康弘くん。
You found him in that cosplay suit. Yeah, well, again, we have to have this whole class trial.
どう考えてもあんたが犯人じゃん。
So we know that it wasn't actually him, unless we prove otherwise.
だから違うんだって。俺はずっと眠らされてただけで。
So if he's claiming that he got knocked out, is it possible that the non-painted hammer, was used to do that?
黙れこの人殺しめ。
おめえに言われたかねって。
Yeah, exactly. You cannot genocide. You have literally genocide in your name. You do not get to call somebody else a murderer.
葉隠くん、残念ですが、こんな証拠もあるのですよ。あのコスプレ衣装の設計図です。それと。
It's funny that they're using the word cosplay in Japanese to translate to the suit. But
あの
anyway.
衣装の制作に使われたと思われるこれら部品の数々。すべてあなたの部屋から見つかったものです。
Yes, but that all
こ
could
れ
have
らが
been
動
put
か
there to
ぬ証
frame
拠
him.
ですわ。
All of that stuff could have been put there to frame him.
あなたがあの衣装を作り上げ、それを身にまとい、次々と犯行を重ねていったということのね。
だから俺は知らん。
Is Hiro really the killer? Or before anything else, we have to make that clear. All right, here we go. All right, so no all right, so Yasuhiro's message. No new mechanics yet.
あなたの部屋から見つかった
Found in your room. Everything you found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts. They're all part enough that you are the culprit. You don't know anything about that stuff.
俺は罠だ。陰謀だ。
葉隠なんで殺したの？
待ってくれって。
Okay, so now I need to figure out, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awful messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is pristine, so when
あなた
yeah,
の部屋から見つかった
so when they mention the blueprints,
この設計図や部品が物語っているあなたが犯人であるという
nope, I'm hitting the wrong button. I forgot the button to shoot.
葉隠なんで
I forgot the button to shoot. I forgot the button to shoot. X is the silence. Fire. Okay. Fire, truth bullets, and the flash. But yeah, triangle. I need to press triangle. Okay. No, circle is to
あなた
fast
の部屋
forward.
から見つかったこの設計図や部品が物語
Okay, got it.
それは違うよ。
Alright.
その設計図ってさ、本当に葉隠君が書いたものなのかな？
Because, like he said, the handwriting on the blueprints was sloppy handwriting. Mihiro's handwriting is clean.
どういう意味です
だってさ、これ見てよ。アルターエゴがなくなった時に葉隠君がみんなを集めるのに使ったメモだけど、明らかに筆跡が違うよね。
Yeah, hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Alright, yeah, that handwriting's not the same.
確かに同一人物のものとは思えないわね。
筆跡を使い分けただけでしょ。
いや、筆跡を使い分けた程度の差には見えんぞ。
そもそも筆跡を使い分けるなんて器用な真似俺にはできんって。
Neither am I.
じゃあ苗木は葉隠れは犯人じゃないっていうの？
苗木だけじゃない。俺も同じ考えだ。
You see that?
だったらあのジャスティスロボの正体って誰だったの？
Well, he was in the suit when we found him, but was he the one in the suit when all these assassinations were
葉隠れが
happening?
言ったみたいに他の誰かが似たような別の衣装でも着てたってこと？
例の不審者の正体か。おい苗木、答えてやれ。
Oh, do I know who it is? And of course he passes it off to me. Of course,
苗
yeah,
木
this-
答えてよ。あのジャスティスロボの正体って誰なの？
the suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit. The Illuminati. Yeah, see, here's where I'm gonna consult the guide video because it wouldn't make sense to say Hina or Hiro in this case, but Illuminati. I don't know about all that. Let me just consult the video. Alright, hang on a second, guys. Okay, well, I guess we're saying Hito for now, because, yeah, we don't know anybody else who was... We literally... Okay, certainly you know the answer, don't you? Okay, obviously we took too long to answer. So if we take too long to answer, we're gonna lose health. So I need to pause. Remember to
あの
pause.
衣装は彼にしか着られないわけだし、結局他の衣装も見つかってないとなると。
間違いないな。あの不審者の正体は葉隠れだろう。
言ってることおかしいじゃん。葉隠れは犯人じゃないって言ったばっかだよ。
おかしくなどない。葉隠れは不審者の正体ではあるが、犯人ではないというだけだ。
ということはまさか。
そうだ。今回の事件の犯人はあの不審者とは関係ない。
So you're saying the Robo Justice suit was all just a distraction?
いや、メッセー
根拠はあるのですか？あの不審者が犯人ではないという根拠は？
もちろんだ。だがその前にはっきりさせておかねばならないことがある。まずはそれについて話しておくとしよ
ちょっともったいぶらないでよ。
う。物事には順序というものがあるんだ。
それで何なのだ。先にはっきりさせておかねばならぬこととは。
石丸の死体の運搬方法についてだ。
Well, yeah, that's an important part.
あいつの死体が
For
運
both
搬
of
され
them.
た際、どうやらあるものが使われたようなのだが。
I really cannot wait to find out who is responsible in this case.
どうだ苗木、お前に答えられるかな。
The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been the dolly.
これだ。
Okay, got my full health back. There's still one more thing. The things that were used to move Taka's body. The tarp.
これだ。
Yeah, the tarp and the dolly.
ビニールシートだよね。
there was a dolly and a tarp. Kind of a, I don't think that's the right vocabulary. Pretty sure there was a dolly and a tarp. What's with the attitude?
一応説明しておくと、物理準備室から消えた石丸くんの死体が美術倉庫で再発見された時、彼の死体はビニールシートにくるまれていたよね。
Yeah, both of their bodies were wrapped in blue tarp, right? Or no, just Taka's.
あのビニールシートって物理準備室にあったものと同じものだったんだよ。犯人が物理準備室から石丸くんの死体を運び出す際、そこにあったビニールシートを使ったんじゃないかな。
The equipment room and the repository are on different floors. They're a floor apart. This is a lot of running around without being noticed.
死体の移動中に血痕を残してしまわないようにね。
Which again proves Byakuya right. If it is what he's saying, the robot thing must have just been an entire distraction in order to help the culprits move around undetected.
ビニールシートの件はなんとなく分かっていたが、愛車。
それはね、最初に物理準備室で石丸くんの死体が発見された時、そこには確かに台車があったのに、死体が消えた後は台車も一緒になくなってたんだ。
Yes.
その後美術倉庫で石丸くんの死体が再発見された時には、そこには死体と一緒に台車もあったんだ。
And there was blood on the wheel.
つまり死体は台車によって運ばれたとおっしゃりたいのですね。
That had to have been the
で
case.
すが、それは思い違いではありませんか？最初に物理準備室で石丸くんの死体を発見した時、本当にそこに台車があったのでしょうか？そもそもあの台車は美術室の彫像などを載せておくためのものですわよね。それが物理準備室にあったこと自体が不自然ですわ。
Well, yes, that would be strange, but
最初から美術倉庫にあったものを移動したと勝手に勘違いしただけではありませんか？
言われてしまったな、苗木。さてどうする？
気にしないでください、苗木くん。あなたには誰も期待していませんから。
okay,
あ
all
な
right.
たが勘違いキャラだというのは周知の事実なのです。
And yet I'm the main one completely bodying these class trials. All right. I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element's been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Alright, here we go. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the triangle button won't be enough to handle them. Now it'll cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square button in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the square button now has a function along with the X and triangle buttons. Alright, you will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck.
勘違いですわ。賛同できません、おバカさん。 痛い人。嘘は通用しません。上等ですわ。
Okay.
惨めですわね。賛同できません。おバカさん。上等ですわ。勘違いですわ。賛同できません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。上等ですわ。惨めですわね。賛同できません。おバカさん。上等ですわ。惨めですわね。
Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here.
勘違いですわ。賛同できません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。上等ですわ。
Oh, come
惨
on.
めですわね。
Oh, I don't have any.
賛同できません。おバカさん。上等ですわ。
But how am I still dying? Yeah, this was that was a long. Okay, well now we've completely died and had to start over already.
僕たちは
Yeah, we can just skip out. Yes, give it
ここ
another
で
shot.
諦めたりしないぞ。
Okay, that tempo part is always the part that's gonna be very hard to do.
勘違いですわ。賛同できません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。上等ですわ。惨めですわね。賛同できません。おバカさん。上等ですわ。勘違いですわ。賛同できません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。
Well, how am I missing?
惨めですわね。賛同できません。おバカさん。上等ですわ。惨めですわね。勘違いですわ。
Yeah, it's not even letting me
賛同で
aim.
きません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。
I can't reload.
惨めですわね。賛同できません。おバカさん。
I can't reload.
上等ですわ。
Like this is too much. Like I can't reload. Like I have to like hit the square button to reload. Nothing's happening. I have to keep on trying to keep up with the. It's like I don't know how you get through that.
僕たちは
Alright, hold on. And just hold on.
ここで諦めたりしないぞ。
Oops, okay. Yeah, you can't watch like other people doing it. Hold on, I'm not ready yet.
勘違いですわ。賛同できません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。上等ですわ。惨めですわね。賛同できません。おバカさん。上等ですわ。勘違いですわ。賛同できません。おバカさん。痛い人。嘘は通用しません。上等ですわ。惨めですわね。
It's like, how am I supposed to?
賛同できません。おバカさん。
Okay, she's almost dead.
ですわ。
Finally.
賛同できません。
これで証明するよ。
Okay, finally. I never understand how to get through that. He's like you have to, like, I understand that you have to be on beat when you're pressing X, and then when the purple like targets pop up on the words, you press triangle to shoot all of them. But then there's the part of me having to reload the bullets and not being able to keep up with the tempo because I'm focused on reloading my bullets, and I'm just taking all this damage. I think I succeeded because I finally started constantly rapidly pressing square to reload. I was trying to pay attention to how many bullets I had in there. But anyway, here we go. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right
僕
here.
が美術倉庫で台車を見つけた時、そのタイヤには血痕が付着してたんだけど、
Yeah, the blood stain on the tires, yes.
それと同じタイヤの跡が物理準備室の血だまりにも残ってたんだ。
And it looked like it got it on 2 tires, not even just 1.
きっと犯人が物理準備室から死体を運び出す際に誤って台車のタイヤに血をつけてしまって、それをそのまま美術倉庫まで移動させちゃったんだよ。これが根拠だよ。石丸くんの死体運搬に台車が使われたことのね。
Sorry, good water. Jesus, Celeste really hate me that
ま
much?
あいいだろう。所詮補足の話だ。そろそろ本題に戻るとするか。
I can't believe we already had to start with that.
そうだ、ジャスティスロボが犯人じゃないって話だよ。犯人がジャスティスロボじゃないなら、じゃあどんなロボなの？
朝比奈よ。ロボは関係ないと思うぞ。
では話してやろう。例の不審者が事件の犯人ではないという根拠をな。それは石丸の死体運搬の流れを振り返ってみればすぐに見えてくるはずだ。
I mean, how would a robot be able to do that? In that suit? If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Alright, here we go. Robo Justice costume.
犯人は物理準備室で石丸を殺し、その死体を運んだのだったな。
死
Okay,
体を
yes.
ビニールシートで包んで、それを台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ？
No. Oh, come on. I thought that was the wrong one.
しまった。
犯人は物理準備室で石丸を殺し、その死体を運んだのだったな。
死体をビニールシートで包んで、それを台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ？
あの台車は取っ手がなかったはずだ。
でも取っ手なんかなくたって、
The dolly does have a handle.
になれば台車は問題なく押せたはずだよ。そうやって運んだ先が
If that's still the wrong one, I'm watching the video.
これで分かっただろ。 例の不審者が事件の犯人ではないということがな。
いや、さっぱりだ。
Yeah, the dolly does have a handle. The dolly doesn't have any handle, so they bend over. But would anyone wearing that suit have been able to actually stoop down? No, the dolly had a handle on it.
準備室でその死体を死体をビニールシート、それを台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ。
あの台車は取っ手がなかったはずだ。
Nope, that's still wrong.
しまった。
犯人は物理準備室でその死体を
Okay, yeah, that was still not the right one. Okay, the problem was what I always said about having to bend
そ
over.
れを台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ。
あの台車は取っ手がなかったはずだ。
でも取っ手なんかなくたって腰をかがめた体勢になれば台車は問題なく押せたはずだよ。そうやって運んだ先が
No, we gotta go through it again.
これで分かっ
We didn't hit the words exactly.
犯人は物理準備室で石丸を殺し、
その死体を死体をビニールし、それを台車に乗せて運んだんでしょ。
あの台車は取っ手がなかったはずだ。
Like, come on
でも
now.
取っ手なんかなくたって腰をかがめた体勢になれば
Okay, finally.
それは違うよ。確かに腰をかがめて姿勢を低くすれば取っ手のない台車でも押せたかもしれない。でもあんな衣装を着たままでそんな体勢になれたのかな。
No, you can't. Like, that suit makes it impossible to do anything athletically.
思い出してみてよ。あの衣装をみんなで確認した時のこと。
I'm blind as a bat in here, can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. Yeah, exactly, remember you said all that. And I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
あの衣装を着てると足元が見えない上に腰を全く曲げられない。そうだったよね、朝日田さん。
そういえばそうだった。
腰を曲げられないとなると取っ手のない台車を押すのは難しそうだな。
Alright, I'm losing way too much health here.
足で蹴って台車を転がせば
With your foot?
足元が全く見えないんだよ。そんな状態で台車を蹴って転がせる？
Like, come on now.
足元見えないんじゃ無理だろ。よくわかんないけど。
それにあの動きづらい衣装を着たままでは死体をビニールシートで包むといった細かい作業ができたのかも疑問だな。
Yeah, exactly. You're not wrapping anything, you're not kicking anything.
話じゃないの？
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself.
死体運搬の時だけ衣装を脱いだとは考えられないよ。だってさ。
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? That was you know. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp in the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It's true.
あの衣装は自力では着脱できなかったのだな。
本当に自力で脱げなかったの？葉隠れの嘘じゃなくて？
嘘なんかじゃねえって。
自力で脱げるんだったらあんな格好のままみんなの前に現れたりしないよ。そんなの自分から疑ってくれって言ってるようなもんだし。
Yeah, exactly.
そうだべ。
じゃあ本当なの？ジャスティスロボが台車を動かせなかったのって。
つまり台車で死体を運んだ犯人はジャスティスロボを着ていた葉隠れではないのだな。
It couldn't have been somebody wearing a robot suit. Exactly.
いえ、ちょっと待ってください。お忘れですか？私が撮影した画像のこと。皆さんもご覧になったでしょう？山田くんが不審者によって連れ去られているところを。
That's being dragged? Alright.
あの不審者が犯人ではないのなら、あれは一体何だったのです？それに、殺された山田くんだって証言していたではないですか。
And how did you get hurt? The guy hit me. The what guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
この事実がある限り、結論は揺るがないはずです。犯人は例の不審者。つまり、葉隠れくんで間
But you
違いあ
can't
りませ
say
ん
for
よ。
sure that it was Hiro. Somebody else must have been acting along with him.
そうだよね。やっぱそうだよね。
No, I'm sorry. It's not that easy.
結論を出すのはまだ早いわ。
It's far too early to reach that conclusion.
決めるのはいつでもできる。その前に他の可能性を話し合ってみるくらいはしておいた方がいいんじゃない？一つの視点にとらわれるより様々な視点から見た方が真実に近づける場合もあるはずよ。
Well, unfortunately, Kyoko, you are one of the prime suspects to me, so
だが
let's hope that that's
具体的にはどうすれば
not
いい？
actually true.
一連の事件を最初から振り返ってみましょう。そこから新しい事実が見えてくるかもしれないわ。
Alright. Hang on.
What? だが我らの命がかかっているのだ。多少の面倒は仕方あるまい。
それに事件が起きた
Anything to
時
make
にい
sure
な
our
かっ
lives
た
are
キリギリちゃんの
preserved here.
説明も兼ねるんだしさ。
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll get to find out what you were doing the whole time, Kyoko.
もう一度最初から事件を振り返ってみるか。まずは今朝のことから始めるぞ。今朝食堂に集まったのは我と苗木と朝比奈とキリギリの4人だけだった。いくら待っても他の者が来ないので我らはその連中の捜索を開始することにしたんだ。それが8時頃のことだった。
I gotta focus on what's being said here.
そこで手分けした直後からキリギリちゃんがいなくなっちゃったんだよね。
その後朝比奈が3階の娯楽室でセレスを見つけ、
私は不審者に襲われてから1時間ほど気を失っていたようです。つまり私が襲われたのは皆さんに発見される1時間ほど前。
その際セレスが撮った画像によりその不審者が妙なコスプレをしていることが分かった。ジャスティスロボだったな。しかもそのジャスティスロボに山田が連れ去られているという事実も判明したのだ。不審者の捜索を始めた我らは川や野上と合流し、その後2階の図書室で傷を負った山田を発見した。
Oh yes, welcome in, Kevin. Yeah, that's a unfortunately a common theme on the channel, having to ban these just random bots that come in. Soon joined in our search by Bakio and Toko, and then went on to find his green
我
light.
らは傷ついた山田を1階の保健室に連れて行き、再び不審者の捜索を再開したんだ。
And leaving him alone was how we messed up.
保健室から出た直後、
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
セレスさんの目撃証言を聞いた僕らは手分けして2階を捜索することになったんだ。そしたらその直後、
今度は3階で不審者の姿を見たのです。すぐに大声を上げて皆さんに知らせましたわ。
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
その直後、今度は
Then as soon as everybody left, what was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
そこで僕らは二手に分かれることになったんだ。
And all this dividing. It's precisely what these culprits
僕
wanted
と
us
セ
to
レスさ
do.
んと朝比奈さんは1階の保健室に戻り、大神さんと戸上くんと深川さんが3階で不審者を追ったんだ。そして僕は戻った保健室で山田くんの死体を発見して、そこで死体発見アナウンスが流れるのを聞いたんだ。そのことを伝えるためセレスさんと朝比奈さんを残して僕は再び3階へと戻った。
だがその時、我らは3階の物理準備室で石丸の死体を発見したところだった。山田と石丸の死体が発見されたのはほぼ同時だったはずだ。
Yeah, nobody had even spoken to Taka during this whole ordeal. We just found him
我
dead.
も石丸の死体を発見した直後、あのアナウンスが流れるのを聞いたからな。
そこで僕は大神さんと戸上くんに山田くんが殺されていたことを伝えたんだ。そして僕たち3人は一緒に保健室に向かうことになったんだよ。だけど物理室を出た直後、遅れてやってきたセレスさんから僕らは驚くべき話を聞くことになったんだ。
Hifumi's body disappeared, yup.
急いで戻った保健室には
And every time we left, something else popped up. Then you leave that floor to go check on him, and you come back, now the other body's gone.
気絶した深川を置き去りにしたことを思い出し、
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
今度は石丸の死体も消えてしまったのだ。我らはすぐに消えた2人の死体の捜索に取り掛かる。
And we found them in that
しばらくする
repository.
と
セレスから死体を見つけたと聞いた俺たちは美術倉庫へと向かったんだ。そこで消えていた2つの死体を再発見したんだ。
これが一連の事件の流れだよ。
なるほど。かなり複雑な事件みたいね。
It's already been an hour. I know I didn't actually go in, like, start the stream until like 10 minutes or so in. Yeah, time is flying in this
これらを
class
一
trial.
連の連続した事件として考えても拉致が開かなそうだわ。
だったらどうするの？
連続した事件としてじゃなくて、それぞれを別々の事件として考えてみるのよ。そしてそこからこの事件の矛盾点を見つけ出すのよ。
Okay,
早
the
速始めま
contradiction
しょう。
surrounding him. All right.
まずは石丸くんの事件からよ。
the contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Alright. The Monokuma file is our next bullet.
そもそも石丸くんが殺されたのは山田くんより先だったのかしら、それとも後だったのかしら。二人の殺された順番なんて決まってるよ。石丸の方が後だよ。
なぜそう思うのだ。
ジャスティスハンマーの順番だよ。
確か山田が3号のハンマーで殺され、石丸が4号のハンマーで殺されたんだったな。
Yeah, I believe that was right.
石丸の方が後じゃん。
Okay, the Justice Hammers were numbered, but I'm just gonna watch the video because my health is too low, so I need to I need to get my health back up before I try to do anything more on my own. Okay. Alright. Alright, yep, I know what to do now.
そもそも石丸くんが殺されたのは山田くんより
It's
先
a
だ
good
った
thing
の
I'm
かし
watching this video, because seriously,
ら。それとも後だ
like,
ったのかしら。
I cannot mess this up anymore with my health being
二
that
人の
low.
殺された順番なんて決まってるよ。石丸の方が後だよ。
なぜそう思うのだ。
ジャスティスハンマーの順番だよ。
No, come
確か
on.
山田が3号のハンマーで殺され、
Like, these
石
things
丸
are
が
gonna
4号
keep
のハ
getting
ンマ
in the
ーで
way.
殺されたんだったな。
ほら、明らかに石丸の方が後じゃん。そもそも石丸くんが殺されたのは山田くんより先だったのかしら、それとも後だったのかしら。二人の殺された順番なんて決まってるよ。石丸の方が
Alright,
後
come
だよ。
on, do not miss.
なぜそう思うのだ。
ジャスティスハンマーの順番だよ。
Thank you.
それは違うよ。いや、ジャスティスハンマーの順番が殺された順番とは限らないはずだよ。
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. We can't just assume that because the numbers, the hammers are all numbered, that they were all used in order of their number. Like, we don't know that for
それ
sure.
自体が犯人の偽装工作だと考えられるんじゃないかな。
あのジャスティスハンマーの番号が犯人の偽装工作ということは、実際に殺された順番は石丸が先で山田が後だったということか。だったらその根拠を示してもらおうか。
Alright, here we go again with let's see the proof. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. I mean, did he even say that for sure? There's something that relates to what time he must have died. His watch, right? Yeah, his watch. Wait, what? We need S. Oops, no. Wrist, we need another W. T, we need another C. And we need another H. Need another H. Thank you.
そうか、わかったぞ。
My goodness, these games, man. I'm only 20 minutes into that guy video, so I don't even know if I'm anywhere close to the end of this, even though I'm already an hour. plus into the stream.
ほら針が6時過ぎを刺した状態で壊れちゃってるでしょ。
おそらく犯人に襲われた際に壊れたんでしょう。だって
So
昨
if
日
he
の
was
晩見た時
so if he was killed at 6, then that means he was killed before even Celeste got knocked out. Hey you, how long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
しかも昨日の夜の時点で壊れていなかったとなると
Yeah,
彼が
6 in
襲
the
われ
morning.
たのは今朝の6時過ぎで間違いないわ。
Which again means that he was killed before even Celeste was knocked
石村君は
unconscious.
その時刻に殺されたんだよ。
だが朝の6時過ぎとなる
Yeah, he was killed
山
well
田が
before
殺さ
Hifumi
れた
then.
のよりずっと前だな。
それに最初にセレスさんが襲われた朝の7時過ぎよりもね。
Yep.
そう石丸くんの殺害はどの事件よりも早く起きていたのよ。
それを僕たちは勘違いしてたんだ。あのジャスティスハンマーのせいで事件が起きた順番を誤認していたんだよ。
犯人がわざわざ凶器に番号を振ったのも凶器を徐々に大きくしていったのも
In order to throw everybody off.
事
And they
件がハン
succeeded
マーの
temporarily.
番号通りに行われていると誤認させるためだったというわけか。
しかも石丸くんの殺害時刻が朝6時過ぎだとすると彼の殺害時には全員のアリバイが適用されなくなるわ。だって彼の事件が起きたのは私たちが食堂で合流するより前ってことになるんだ。
確かに石丸の殺人に関してはそうかもしれんが、だが山田が殺された時は我ら全員にアリバイがあったはずだぞ。
そっか、確か山田が殺された時って
But what about Taka? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
保健室から山田の悲鳴が聞こえた時、葉隠れとキリギリちゃん以外は全員一緒にいたんだよね。
Where were you two at? That's what we need to know. Where were you
そ
two
の
at?
後みんなで保健室に駆けつけたところで山田の死体を発見したんだよ。
本当だ、アリバイがある。
わかった。悲鳴をラジカセに取っておいてそれを時間差で流したんだべ。
What?
ラジカセなんてどこにあんの？
知らん。
適当なこと言
Okay,
わないでよ。
ともかく山田の悲鳴が聞こえた時は我らには明確なアリバイがあった。
You talk about it recorded it on a tape. Look,
つまりあの場にいた我らには山田の殺人は不可能だったということになる。
不可能なのは山田君の殺害に限ったことではありません。保健室から山田君の死体が消えた時
now Hifumi's body disappeared first, though. After both bodies were discovered, Hifumi's body was the one that disappeared
私
first.
と朝比奈さんは一緒にトイレにいましたし、他の皆さんは物理準備室にいらしたのですよね。それに物理準備室から石丸くんの死体が消えた時もそうですわ。あの時私たちは山田くんの死体消失の件で全員保健室に集まっていたのです。
私だけはずーっと物理準備室でまたキューだったけどね。
じゃあジェノサイダーなら石丸っちの死体を運び出せたんじゃねえか。
If she passed out, how would she have dragged his body?
石丸の死体運搬が可能でも保健室にあった山田の死体運搬は不可能だ。山田の死体がなくなった時もそいつは物理準備室で倒れていたはずだからな。
どっちもやってませんけどね。
つまり
Well, her
山
expressions,
田くん
man.
の殺害もその後の2人の死体消失も私たちには不可能だったのです。逆に
Is it
それ
impossible?
らが可能だったの
wait.
は姿を消していた葉隠くんかキリギリさんだけですわ。
They were my prime suspect from the very beginning. Is this true?
キリギリさん、どうする？
このまま誰がやったかを話し合っていても、話が堂々巡りするだけのようね。
That sounds like a neither confirm or deny statement.
だったら、誰がじゃなくて、どうやってで考えてみましょうか。特に、山田君の死体運搬については、話し合う必要がありそうだし。
We know Taka's was moved with the dolly, so how was Hifumi's
そう
moved?
なんだよね。いくら調べても、彼の死体を運んだ方法だけはわからなかったんだ。しかも、
I just know for the last two trials, I am watching a guide video for the whole thing. Because this is ridiculous. Because no matter what, the whole tempo thing is gonna get me every time. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two though. But unless it's like something that's really obvious and I know the answer to. No, Celeste and Aoi saying that they went to the bathroom for only a couple minutes. If you couldn't have been gone for more than a minute or two, well, what really were you doing? Because you said that Hina felt sick. Only for a minute or two? Is it possible that they dragged his body out and that only took them a couple minutes to do it? So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? How is that possible? That should have been something that stuck out to me from the very beginning. If they were only gone for a minute or two, how could the killer have gotten in there and moved the dead body that fast? It would seem so.
彼の死体はセレスさんと朝比奈さんが目を離したほんの1分程度の間に消えたらしいけど。
Like, how is that possible? Now, how is that
そん
possible?
な短い時間であの巨体を1階の保健室から3階の美術倉庫に運ぶなんて。
Yeah, not even the second floor. It's the third floor that they carried the body up to.
どう考えても不可能だべ。
That's right. The art room is on the third floor. Both rooms are on the third floor. They're not on separate floors. I messed up when I said that earlier. No, both those rooms are on the third floor. The repository art room and the equipment room, they're all on the third floor. Now, how are you dragging a body up 2 flights of steps in a minute?
その不可能を可能にする方法があると言ったら？
どんな方法？
死体自身に移動してもらえばいいのよ。
If the dead body were to move itself, how? Like, I know that we were able to speak to Hifumi again before he died, but you're gonna tell me he went up 2 flights of steps?
死体が勝手に動いたってこと？
また幽霊か？
オカルト話がしたいわけじゃないだろう。そこの女が言っているのは死んだと思われていた山田が実は生きていた可能性があるということだ。
Yes, that's what she means, but again, he's in a weakened state. How is he climbing 2 flights of steps without dying?
生きてた？
山田は保健室から運ばれたわけではなく自らの足で動いたというの。
じゃあ私たちが保健室で見つけた山田の死体ってなんだ？
死んだふりということになるな。
Playing dead?
そんなことありえませんわ。
I'm trying to think about something here. Is it possible that Hifumi committed a murder and then was murdered in return by somebody else? Is it possible that Hifumi was the one that killed Taka, but got killed by somebody else afterwards? The idea that Hifumi was still alive, we heard him speaking to us. Is it really possible? Alright, here we go again. Broken wristwatch. I'm not even gonna I'm just gonna watch the, like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna watch the... Because where is my health at? Wait, how is my health that low?
生きていた可能性があるということか。
いいえ、そんなはずありません。あの時の山田君は間違いなく死んでいましたわ。
どうして断言できるの？
あなたも死体発見アナウンスを聞いたでしょう。あれは山田君の死体を発見したからこそ
How are we
流され
supposed
た
to
アナウン
hit
スのは
any
ず
of
です
those?
わよ。
本当にそうかしら。別の誰かの死体に対するアナウンスだったのかな。
I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. It was only made once. So that might be the problem. Let's see if that was the issue. Okay, I have to play it again. But Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost exactly the same time. Alright, I have to skip all the way to the end.
あの時の山田、どうしてだ？あなたも死体発見あれは山田君。流されたアナウンスのはずですわよ。
本当にそうかしら。別の誰かの死体に対するアナウンスだったのかな。
Someone else's discovery, alright. And then where am I using this at? My health is way too low. Like, I'm about to die if I make another mistake. So... it's that one.
First, 保健室で見つけた時の山田は生きていた可能性がある。いいえ、あの時の山田君は
どうして断言できるの？
あなたも死体発見アナウンスを聞いたでしょう。あれは山田君の死体を発見。
Okay, got it.
それは違う。あの時の死体発見アナウンスって山田君の死体を発見したせいで流れたものなのかな。
Oh, was the body discovery announcement that was made intended for Hifumi? Or was it intended for
当
Taka?
然ですわ。だって山田君の死体を発見した直後にあのアナウンスを聞いたのですよ。
But does that mean that that was the one it was made for? Maybe Monokuma saw Taka's
それ
body.
は石丸君の死体を発見した人たちも同じだったはずだよ。
その通りだ。俺たちは石丸の死体を発見した直後にあのアナウンスを聞いている。
つまり僕たちは勘違いしてたんじゃないかな。石丸君の死体発見アナウンスを山田君の死体発見アナウンスだとさ。
そもそも死体が2つ見つかったのであればアナウンスも2回流れるはずだ。
モノクマが横着して1回にまとめただけかもしれませんわ。
その点に関してはどうなんだ。
とってもセンシティブな問題だから
Of
詳
course.
しいことは言えないんだけど、そもそも死体発見アナウンスってのはね、3人以上の人間がその死体を最初に発見した時だけ流れるの
Which means that
で
3
す。
people found one body. That means 3 people found either Hifumi's body or Taka's body.
答えになってないで。俺らは横着したかどうか聞いてるっての。
No, it answers the question
今ので
plenty,
十
yes.
分だ。
It answers the question plenty. Who all found Taka's body?
死体を最初に発見した時だけ流れるということは同じ死体を何度発見しようとも死体発見アナウンスは流れないということだな。だとすると あの時の死体発見アナウンスはどうして流れたんだろうな。
あの時って僕たちは今回の一連の事件で2回の死体発見アナウンスを聞いているはずだよ。
The second body announcement the first time I played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And the second time was I'm pretty sure it's when both bodies were rediscovered. I'm pretty sure it's that one, but let me just make sure. Yeah, it is that one. When we rediscover the dead bodies.
これだ。2回目の死体発見アナウンスを聞いたのは美術倉庫で2人の死体を再発見した時だ。
My health is seriously too low. Like I can't make any more mistakes. Like I'm down to 1 heart and not even a full one. A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like. The clash trial will begin.
あの時はアナウンスにまで気が回らなかったけど、これってモノクマの言葉と矛盾してるよね。
死体を最初に発見した時だけ流れるのなら、死体を再発見した時に流れるはずがない。
じゃあやっぱり僕らが2人の死体を再発見した時、どちらか片方の死体は
No, one of them was alive. Then
実
that
は
means
初
one
め
of
て
them
発
was
見され
alive.
た状態だったんだよ。
つまり最初に保健室で発見された時の山田はまだ死んではおらず、我らが本当の意味であいつの死体を発見したのは美術
だけどそれだけじゃないんだ。
Sorry.
保健室の山田君が生きていたと考えられる根拠は他にも存在するんだよ。
その根拠私にはわかるよ。あいつは死んだふりが上手だったからそれで決まり。その程度のことは根拠とは呼びません。やはり彼が生きていた根拠なんて存在するとは思えませんわ。
だったらもう一度山田君の死体の状況について振り返ってみましょう。
I remember him vividly speaking to us before dying.
そうすればはっきりする
But they
はず
said the
よ。
nurse's office.
彼が生きていたかどうかがね。
無駄だと思いますが。
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I had to find it and show it to everyone. Alright, Hifumi's glasses. Alright. Like I said, I can't make any more mistakes. Oops. Go back. Okay. I'm still gonna let them play. But I know which one to hit.
でも私とセレスちゃんがトイレに行ってる間に死体は消えちゃったんだよ。
Okay, that's true.
そして次にその死体が発見されたのは美術倉庫だったな。
移動前の彼の死体と移動後の彼の死体、体勢が変わった以外に
しまった。
No. That was the correct one. Like, we lose a whole heart for that one, but only get a piece of it back for every correct answer.
僕たちはここで終わってしまう。ここで諦めたりしないぞ。
最初に山田の死体を見つけたのは保健室だったよね。でも私とセレスちゃんがトイレに行ってる間に死体は消えちゃったんだよ。
そして次にその死体が発見されたのは美術倉庫だったな。
移動前の彼の死体と移動後の彼の死体、体勢が変わった以外に特に違いはありませんでしたわ。
Yeah, no notable difference. That was the one.
保健室の山田君と美術倉庫の山田君、そこには明らかな違いがあったはずだよ。
When he was in the nurse's office, his head and glasses were coated in blood. His glasses were wiped clean in the repository.
山田君の眼鏡
Exactly, his glasses.
そしてそれが根拠になるはずなんだ。保健室の山田君が死んだふりをしてたこともね。
詳しい話を聞かせてもらいましょうか。
最初に保健室で山田君の死体を見つけた時、彼の眼鏡は血で汚れてたんだけど、美術倉庫で死体を再発見した時には山田君の眼鏡は綺麗になってたんだよ。しかも眼鏡の血を拭いたと思われるものも保健室のゴミ箱から見つかったんだ。
Okay. Yeah, this video is that I'm watching. That video, by the way, is an hour 44 minutes long. I'm only 33 minutes into it, so yeah, we're still not close to finish this trial. Because I'm pretty sure that the trial goes throughout his entire video. Evidence I found in a trash can. I need to fix this. Well, let me click on this first.
これだ。保健室のゴミ箱から見つかったのはキャラクターもののメガネ拭きだよ。ここに付着した血痕を見てもらえばわかるでしょ。山田君のメガネの血がこのメガネ拭きで拭かれたってことがさ。
You can see the blood that was left on it. You can tell it that's what it was.
しかもこのメガネ拭きのキャラクターってあのデジカメと同じだよね。山田君が持ち込んだデジカメとさ。
下道天使もちもちプリンセスのプリンセスブーコだったよね。
こんなメガネ拭きを持ってたのって山田君以外にはいないと思うんだけど。
この中でメガネをかけているのは
The only people here who wear glasses are Toko
俺はそんな安
and
物を扱
Byakuya.
う。
私のメガネ拭きはティッシュで十分よ。
だとすると間違いないよ。このメガネ拭きは山田君のものだったんだ。
And the culprit just used his stuff to clean
つまり
his glasses.
どういうことだって？
つまり山田君のメガネについてた血が彼のメガネ拭きで拭かれてたってことだよ。
だからといって彼が自分でメガネの血を拭いたとは限りませんわ。
でもさ、メガネをきれいにして得するのってそのメガネをかけてる本人以外には考えられないよね。
それもそうだな。
ってことはやっぱり山田っち自身が？
だとすると保健室で見つかった時の山田君はまだ生きていたということになるわね。そこで死んだふりをしていた彼がメガネに付着した血をメガネ拭きで拭き取った後、自らの足で保健室から出て行ったんじゃないかしら。どう？それなら可能でしょう。不可能に思えた彼の死体運搬も。
I'm starting to really believe that Hifumi
死んだふりをしてただけなら
may have been plotting on killing somebody. He may have been plotting to kill somebody else. And he probably killed Taka and was planning to kill somebody else, but it went wrong.
じゃああの血って何だったの？絵の具かなんかってこと？
保健室の冷蔵庫に輸血用の血液が保管されていたわ。おそらく
So
それを
fake
使
blood.
ったんでしょう。
きっと死んだふりをするとき大げさに血をぶちまきすぎちまったんじゃね。そんで後でメガネを拭く羽
And
目になったの
everybody
よ。
in this school is secretly a criminal mastermind.
それに山田君が生きていたとすると石丸君の死体消失の件にも説明がつくわ。誰が彼の死体を運んだか、それがはっきりするはずよ。
これだ。
That means Hifumi moved his body.
そうだよね。
Moved Taka's body.
俺たちが保健室に集まっている隙に物理準備室から石丸の死体を運び出したのか。
そうなると美術倉庫に鍵がかかってた件にも説明がつけられそうだね。
美術倉庫の影。
2人の死体が消えちゃった後、みんなで死体の捜索をすることになったでしょ。その時私とさくらちゃんは真っ先に美術室を調べに行ったんだけど、そうしたらね、美術倉庫の鍵が閉まってたんだ。
しかも美術倉庫のドアの鍵が倉庫側からしかかけられない作りになってるんだ。
It can't be locked from the outside. It can only be locked from the inside.
朝比奈さんたちが美術倉庫に行った時、その中には誰か人がいたはずなんだ。
それが石丸の死体を運んだ直後の山田だったということか。
彼は死んだふりをすることでみんなを欺き、その隙に石丸くんの死体を美術倉庫まで運んだのよ。つまり山田くんは単なる被害者じゃなく加害者として事件に関与していたの。
Yes, boom, boom, boom. Look, it's unbelievable that he faked being dead, and in reality, he's one of the assailants.
だがまさか被害者の山田が
But then, who was the one that
事件に関与
killed
していたとは
Hifumi? Did Taka and Hifumi kill each other? Like what?
そんな信じらんないよ。
信じられないならもう一つの根拠を見せてあげましょうか。
まだあんのか。
ええ、山田くんが事件に関与していたことを示す最大の根拠が
Oh
残
boy.
っているわ。
And Kyoko's still cooking more.
苗木くんは分かっているわよね。彼が被害者の石丸くんから奪った
That paper. Oh my goodness. That paper. No, not the hammer. What Hifumi stole from Taka.
しまった。
Lost a whole heart. What he stole from him.
これだ。
Yeah, okay, it was that one.
キリギリさんが言ってるのって山田くんが隠し持ってたメモのことだよね。
隠し持ってた？
This is what I'm saying. I lose a whole heart for getting something wrong and only get a piece of it back.
パンツの中に隠
Forgetting
し
something
持っ
right.
てたんだ。
あいつの？
パンツに。
パンツか。
パンツは置いといてさ、メモの中身を見てくれるかな。
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
あ、俺が言ってたメモってこれ
And
だ
that's
べ。
the time
俺
that
はこの
Taka
メモに
died.
呼び出され
Which proves that Hifumi is the one who killed Taka. The fact that it says to meet at 6 a.m., which is the time of Taka's death,
って
and proves that Hifumi, who we believe to be dead,
確か俺が受け取
was
ったメ
actually
モ
the
だと
one that killed Taka.
モノクマに感づかれるとまずいからみんなに内緒で深夜1時に娯楽室に集合って。
そうなんだ。このメモは葉隠君が受け取ったのとは全く別のものなんだ。
全く別？
つまり葉隠君と同じように犯人に呼び出された人物がもう一人いたんだよ。 犯人に呼び出されたもう一人の人物。おそらくその人物はこれだ。石丸くんだよ。このメモで犯人に呼び出されたのは殺された石丸くんだったんだよ。
はいはい、いぎゃりよくわかんねえけど、
What do you
その
mean
メモって
objection?
ひふみんが持ってたんでしょ。だったらそのメモで呼び出されたのもキヨタンじゃなくてひふみんだろうがよ。
キヨタンが石丸でひふみんが山田だよね。
誰目だろうがいちいち解説すんな。
And Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Alright. Broken wristwatch, Hifumi's glasses, glasses cleaning cloth. We have 3 bullets now.
そのメモはひふみんが持ってたんでしょ。じゃあそのメモで呼び出されたのも当然ひふみんだろうがよ。
Okay, don't shoot anything yet, just let them all talk.
メモにあった集合時間は何時だったかしら。
早朝6時だったな。
何時に呼び出されてようがそんなんキヨタンとは関係ねえだろうが。
The time on the note said 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.? That's when he died. Fire truth bullets. Select L1 is to select truth bullets. I gotta remember that because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to press that button. Okay, so now let's skip all the way to. Okay. Alright.
そのメモはひふみんが持ってたんでしょ。じゃあそのメモでよ当然ひふ。
そのメモにないメモにあったし。
早朝6時。
Alright.
何時に呼び出されてようがそんなんキヨタンとは関係。
Got it.
それは違うよ。
Okay. The time absolutely has everything to do with it. That broken wristwatch was just past 6 a.m.
関係あるはずだよ。
ああ、何を抜かすか小圧迫。
We've already talked about this. His wristwatch was broken, but the hands were at
このメ
6
モの呼び
a.m.
出し時間は早朝6時。それって石丸くんが殺された時間と一緒なんだ。この腕時計が示している通りね。
Yep, exactly.
それだけじゃないよ。このメモの集合場所、物理準備室に集合。
Though it says to meet in the equipment room, which is where Taka was killed in.
そうか。石丸が殺されていたの。
つまり石丸くんはこのメモで指定された時間帯の指定された場所で殺されてたんだよ。
So that means that Hifumi lured Taka into the equipment room and killed him.
これって十分な根拠って言えるんじゃない？このメモで呼び出されたのが石丸くんってことのさ。
なるほど、そういうことなら。
いきなし
Oh my goodness. So you can take that X off of Hifumi's body because he's not dead.
俺と同じようにそのメモで騙されたんだな。
But now I'm under the impression entirely that Hifumi is not even dead. Unless he did it to himself. I think that Hifumi is still alive walking around this
血
building.
も涙もない冷血無比な犯人だべ。外が見えるなんて言葉で人を騙しやがって。
でもさ、どうして山田は石丸に渡されたメモなんか持ってたの？
しかもパンツ
それはきっと山田くんが死んだ石丸くんから奪い取ったからだよ。
え、奪い取った？
その根拠は何だ？言ってみろ。
Proof that Hifumi stole the note. It was ripped off of him.
これだ。
It was ripped off of
死んだ
Kill's
石丸くん
hands.
の手には小さな紙切れが握られてたんだけどさ。僕の考えに間違いがないならこの紙切れの切り口は思った通りだ。 山田君が隠し持ってたメモと一致したよ。
じゃあ石丸が握ってた小さな紙切れと山田が隠し持ってたメモって。
They're from the same piece of paper. Well, I mean, we could have came to that conclusion a long time ago.
石丸くんに渡されたはずのメモを山田くんが持っている。その石丸くんの手にはメモの切れ端だけが残されている。この状況に説明をつけられる可能性は一つしかないはずよ。
石丸はメモを握りしめたまま死んだ。山田はそのメモを石丸の手から奪い取ろうとし、その際破れた紙の切れ端だけが石丸の手の中に残ってしまった。そういうことか。
だとすると山田はそのメモが重要な証拠だと知っていたことになるな。
そう、それが根拠になるのよ。山田くんが事件に関与していたことに。
なるほど。これだけの材料が揃えば間違いないべ。山田っちは今回の事件に深く関与しとったんだ。というか犯人は山田っちだべ。実はあいつは今も生
Okay,
きて
yeah,
るんだべ。
me and him are on the same wavelength. Because I think that he for me is actually still alive now. I'm still pretending to be dead.
いや、それはないよ。美術倉庫で見つけた山田君は確かに死んでたはずだよ。
Well, that's
この
what
時
we
流れた
saw.
2回目の死体発見アナウンスからそれを物語ってるし。
Well, I guess the second announcement, I guess it proves it. But then in that case, who killed
殺
Hifumi?
されちゃったの？
真犯人というところだ。
殺害現場は死体が発見された美術倉庫でしょうね。きっと石丸くんの死体を運んだ直後に殺されたの。
And didn't they say that either Sakura and Hina were in the repository?
石丸の死体消失から二人の死体が再発見されるまでの間に殺されたのだが。
Man, this is really
そ
getting
の間
really
俺たちは
getting
手
deep.
分けして消えた死体の捜索をしていたはずだ。つまり俺たち全員のアリバイがない時間帯だ。
でも私とさくらちゃんは一緒だったよ。
さりげなくアピってんじゃねえぞこのすっとこオットセイが。
誰がすっとこオットセイよ。
つうか殺された時間帯もそうだけど、もっと気になることがあんべ。
もっと気になることですか？
山田っちはどんな凶器で殺されたんかなーって。
凶器？
All the weapons that were used for those
モノク
hammers.
マファイルによると、石丸っちと山田っちは同じような凶器で同じように頭をかち割られてたらしいけど、でもよ、3号のハンマーも4号のハンマーも保健室と物理準備室に落ちたままだったんだ
Well,
ぜ。
yeah, that's right. Both of those hammers were laying around. Those must have been decoys. Those must have all been decoys. They were struck with something.
犯人はどっちかの部屋からハンマーを持ち出して、
It was the blank. It was the non-painted hammer. It was the non-painted hammer that was used
またその部屋にハンマーを戻したってのか？
because that hammer we found was wet, meaning it was washed.
それって危険すぎねえか？
こいつは驚いたな。お前の頭蓋骨の中にも脳みそがあったとは。
ギュンギュンに詰まってるべ。
だが葉隠れの言う通りだ。確かに気になるな。
Who was in the art room repository? Who grabbed one of
モ
those
ノクマ
hammers?
ファイルによると二人は同じような凶器で殺されているはずだが、3号と4号のハンマーがそれぞれの部屋に残されたままだったとなる。
I know one thing: the time really does fly on these class trials.
では犯人はそれらのハンマーをどうやって持ち運んだのでしょう？見当もつきませんわね。
It had to have been either Sakura or Hina, because I believe they were the ones in that repository first, before anybody else got in there.
じゃあ1号とか2号のハンマーはセレスちゃんとかを襲うのに使われたやつ。
For some reason, I don't feel right about her asking this question.
あれだってそれぞれの部屋に置き去りのままだし、そもそも人を殺せる威力はなさそうだよ。
だとしたら
それ以外の凶器という可能性もあるんじゃないのか。
それ以外の凶器なんてありえねえって。だって2人は似たような凶器で殺されてんだぞ。
だったら山田を殺した凶器とは何だったのだ。
She randomly brought up what was used to knock out Celeste. The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi was that hammer that was not painted. The whole picture signing this won't be figured until we figure that out. I have to find the truth. Alright. The spotless hammer. Alright, I should be able to get this without looking at the video.
山田を殺した凶器、ジャスティスハンマー3号なのか、ジャスティスハンマー4号なのか。
どちらにしても犯人はどのようにしてそれらの凶器を持ち運んだのでしょうね。しかも誰にも目撃されることなく。
今明らかになるジャスティスハンマー5号。
Justice Hammer 5.
ウェブで
とりあえずはっきりしてんのはどっちかのハンマーが凶器ってことだけか。
It wasn't.
それだけか。
It wasn't. Hifumi was killed in the repository, so if the weapons used to kill both of them were actually similar.
山田を殺した凶器、ジャスティスハンマー。
No, yeah, I'm gonna look at the video. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Like, I have an answer for which one to shoot, but I want to make sure that it's the right one. I'm pretty sure what Hito said is the wrong answer. Yeah, it is that one.
3号なのか。
ジャスティスハンマー。どちらにして犯人はそれらの凶器を持ち、しかも今明らかになる
詳細はウェブで。
とりあえずはっきりしてんのはどっちかのハンマーが凶器ってことだけか。
Thank you. I was pressing the wrong button. I'm pressing X instead of triangle. Alright.
やっぱり凶器はジャスティスハンマーじゃなくて別の
It
凶器だ
wasn't
っ
a
たんだよ。
justice hammer. It was a regular mallet used for sculpting.
美術倉庫のハンマーだよ。犯人はあれを凶器に使ったんじゃないかな。
And then they washed it
美
off.
術倉庫に残されたハンマーはどれも石の破片や粉なんかが付着してたんだけど、そのうちの一つだけがなぜか綺麗に洗われてたんだよ。
現れてた？
そのハンマーが現れたのはそれが山田君を殺した本当の凶器だったからだよ。犯人は凶器に付着した血痕を洗い流すためにわざわざハンマーを洗ったんじゃないかな。しかも美術倉庫の壁には大小さまざまなハンマーがかけられてたんだけどさ、
Yeah.
そのうちのいくつかは歯抜けになってたんだ。ジャスティスハンマー自体もここのハンマーを元にして作られたんじゃないかな。
I mean, that's clear.
であれば同じような凶器という条件も一致するな。
では山田は石丸の死体を美術倉庫まで運んだ直後、その場にあるハンマーで殺されたのか。
It had to have been whoever was in the repository with them first.
それをやったのが真犯人。山田と
It
共
was
犯で
either
最
Sakura
終
or
的に裏切ったや
Hina.
つ。
If that's the case, then we have the first female murderer, because all the killers have been male so far.
いえ、ちょっと待ってください。共犯者という考え方はおかしいですわ。だってこの学園生活における卒業のルールでは共犯者は何も得をしないはずです。つまり共犯者の可能性はありえない。以前もそう結論付けたはずですわよ。
No, nobody was working together. That's clear. Hifumi nearly got away with killing Yutaka, but he ends up dead. we did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Alright, let's see what they have to say again.
ここでのルールでは共犯したところで生き延びることができるのは殺しを実行した一人だけのはずとすると共犯者の可能性はありませんわ。
確かにそうだったな。
だけどそれは事件の一つだった場合でしょ。今回起きた事件は二つだったのよ。
Can't we really say there's no chance two people work together on this? Was that the one that's wrong? And can we really say that there weren't two people who worked together on this? Alright.
ここでのルールでは共犯したところで生き延びることができるのは殺しを実行した一人だけのはずとすると共犯者の可能性はありませんわ。
確かにそうだったな。
だけどそれは事件の一つだった場合でしょ。今回起きた事件は二つだったのよ。
Alright.
こ
We
こ
got
での
that
ルール
loaded
では
up.
共犯したところで生きの殺しを実行した一人だけのはずとすると共犯者のか
Fire. Okay, got it. Plug in my phone.
でも今回は2つの事件が起きてたんだ。だったら共犯関係も成り立つんじゃないかな。
どういう意味だ。
共犯者の存在が考えられないのは起きた事件が一つだった場合の話よ。当然よね。一つの事件で助かるのが一人だけなら共犯したところで天秤作用が成立しないんだから。
天秤作用？
その仕事と釣り合う額の報酬、つまり共犯するだけの危険に見合った報酬。
There is no reward.
殺人を手伝っても助からないんだったら共犯する意味なんてない。でも逆にその天秤作用さえ成立すれば誰かと共犯関係になることは不可能ではないわ。
2人の犯人が2つの殺人を犯し互いの殺人の共犯者になればいい。
Alright, we're getting too... I feel like we're reading way too much into this.
その計画を山田君に持ちかけたのよ。自分の犯行の共犯をさせるために。おそらく最初に石丸君を殺したのは山田君だったはずよ。先に彼に殺人を起こさせ逃げられなくした上で自分の計画を手伝わせたんでしょうね。
つまり今回の事件は一人の犯人による連続殺人なんかじゃなくて二人の犯人が起こした二つの事件だったんだよ。それが一連の連続殺人に見えたのは全て犯人の偽装工作によるものだったんだ。顔を隠した不審者、似たような凶器、そして死体消失。犯人は
Alright, we're 2 hours into
こ
the
れらの
stream. We
共
gotta
通
be
点を
approaching
作
the
り上げ
end
ること
soon.
で一連の犯行が同一犯によって行われていると見せかけようとしたんだ。
犯人はその計画を共犯者に持ちかけ、そして共犯者を得ることに成功し、
I keep on thinking about
最
like
後にその共
if
犯者
that
を殺すことで
AI Chihiro
一番
was
の懸
involved in
念
this in
材
any
料を
way,
消し去ったという
that
の
would be so stupid.
となると山田を裏切ったのも当初からの計画通りだったんだろうな。
なんなのその計画って。いくらなんでも残酷すぎ
You make Hifumi go out and kill somebody, then you kill him afterwards.
そうか。なかなかよくできた計画じゃないか。共犯者の人選は別だがな。
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
共犯者の存在が成り立つことは分かったわ。では、山田を操
Like,
っていた
Kyoko had been missing for a majority of the situation.
それが問題だな。
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. There's only one person who seems to fit. And I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be shocked because Kyoko had been missing the entire time. And me? No, what are you basing that on? I would very much like to hear your explanation. Don't really have an explanation. What do you mean? The truth manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. Okay, so it's not her. Well, my next guess... It can't be him. My next guess is her, but... If this is wrong again, then I'm just gonna have to watch the guide video and see who it is. Based on the debates, it has to be either Sakura or Hina. Because it can't be him. Are you confident in your assertion? Take a second and think it through again more slowly. Yeah, it's not her. Manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. Like Hifumi said that it was Yasuhiro. I thought that it was either her or her because of what they said about the repository, but let's just pick him. But what? Is it all coming back to me again? Hold on. Haven't we already shown that there's absolutely no way Hiro could have done this? She's right, Hiro was in the robot costume and everyone went down. For serious, I'm just a tragically modified hero who wants to become human again as soon as possible. No, you're still human. If Hiro's not the killer, then... yeah, we're gonna have to... I mean, there's really... Now it's really just between Taka and... Oh my goodness. I'm completely forgetting somebody. It's Celeste.
これが僕の答えだ。セレスさん。
But let me try to see why it would be her. She was knocked unconscious an hour after Taka was killed by Hifumi. She took a picture of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice, quote unquote. It comes back to what I said earlier about how it makes absolutely no sense that if you and Hina left the nurse's office only for a minute how does his body disappear? But then they said that he got up and walked away on his own. So it really just means that Celeste, who was in the repository and killed Hifumi while in that repository, no, but how? Because I thought that Sakura and Hina were the ones who were in the repository, not Celeste and Hina. Alright, well, let's see. But so far, it looks like we have our first female murderer. So, I'm just... Oh, no.
嫌ですわ。そんなご冗談を。
If this is the truth, I, from the very beginning, had a feeling that she would be one of the murderers.
それはどうかな。
では、私と山田くんが組んでいたとおっしゃるのですね。そんな、私と山田くんが組んでいたなんて。
んなことあるわけねえだろ、クソボケが。誰があんなヘタレと組むっつんだよ。
Yeah, you're not helping your case.
失礼しましたわ。
言っておくが根拠もあるぞ。
There is evidence to support this. What is it?
今回の一連の事件において、お前らだけは共通してある行動をとっていた。それが根拠になるんだよ。お前らが組んでいたことのな。
But what was it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? The paper hitting, the screaming. The screaming. It's true that both of them did a lot of screaming, but I don't think that that's it. Encountering the suspicious individual.
山田君とセレスさんだけが共通して取っていた行動。
The suspicious individual in the suit.
例の不審者、ジャスティスロボを目撃してるのってセレスさんと山田君だけだったもんね。
Okay, yes, that's true. I completely missed that. The fact that they were the only ones talking about Robo Justice having seen them.
しゃばるな。苗木の言う通り、例の不審者を目撃しているのは山田とセレスの2人だけだった。その山田が犯人の一人であれば、もう一方のセレスの証言も怪しいと見るのが当然だ。
すべて嘘ってこと？
図書室で怪我をした山田を保健室に連れて行った後、俺たちは全員で不審者の捜索を始めたな。その直後のセレスの言葉を思い出してみろ。
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
あの証言があったからこそ、俺たちは2階へと移動したんだ。
But we saw nothing
そこ
there.
でセレスは俺たちを3階の物理室へと誘導するために
3階で悲鳴を上げた。
あの時悲鳴を聞きつけて3階に集まった俺たちにセレスは何と言った？
I saw him, the strange costumed man ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
そうやって俺たちを物理室に向かうよう仕向けた後はもう一人の相方の出番だ。
Leaving the nurse's office. Or no, pretending to be dead in the nurse's office.
あれは私たちを二手に分かれさせて同時に死体を発見させるために？
現に二手に分かれようと提案したのもセレスだったはずだ。
Why don't we split into two groups? Yep, she was the one who did that. Like, I really wish that I caught... There's too much happening for me to memorize all this, and it's also been a month since I played this game.
どうだ？セレスと山田が組んでいると仮定した途端、全ての偶然が恋の必然へとつながっていくんだ。付け加えて言えば、 その前のお前の盛大な叫び声。
ゴキャ
あれには山田への合図という役割もあったんじゃないのか。自分は予定通り3階までたどり着いた。悲鳴を上げろ。
Oh my
そんな意味
goodness.
の合図がな。だからこそあんな校内全体に響き渡るような大声で叫んだんじゃないのか。
それに怪しいのはあの時もだよ。保健室で死んだふりをしてた山田君を発見した時、
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
あの時最初に殺されたと言ったのはセレスさんだったよね。そうやって言うことで山田君は死んだんだと僕たちに思い込ませようとしたんじゃないの。
そんな信じらんないよ。全部セレス
The
ちゃんの演
whole
技だった
thing
なん
was
て。
all an act.
朝比奈さんは山田君の死体が消えた時セレスさんと一緒にいたんだよね。
うん。私の気分が悪かったからセレスちゃんがトイレに連れてってくれて。
Like I knew that that had to been. Like I knew that I was right to suspect. I suspected both Celeste and Hina because of that bathroom moment, but it just didn't put two and two together.
朝比奈さんを気遣ったわ
That
けじゃ
was
な
to
くて
pull her away from.
山田君を保健室から逃がす隙を作るためだったのかも。
Yup, that was her chance to get Hifumi. Give Hifumi the chance to move.
どれもこれも一つずつでは小さなことだが、積み重なった途端大きな疑惑になる。そう思わないか、セレス。
さあ何のことでしょう。
Again, not helping.
とぼけても無駄だ。
Like, they
お前
completely
は
got
徹
you
底
right
的な
now.
ミスを犯しているんだ。
You and Hifumi, that you forced Hifumi to commit a murder, and then murdered him in return.
最初にあれを聞いた時はさほど深刻には考えなかったが、今となってははっきりと言える。あれはお前の犯した致命的なミスだとな。
And what was her slip up? Let me see if I can guess it before he even says it. Because obviously, claiming that she was knocked out by Robo Justice at 7 a.m. was a lie. But that was way before this. There's something else. She tried to make it seem like Makoto was wrong in suggesting that the dolly was used to carry off Taka's body. She was trying to call Makoto out. But then Makoto was able to prove that it was in fact the truth. Is that what he's gonna say? Is he gonna talk about the fact that she tried to call out Makoto when he said that the dolly was used to carry Taka's body, when that was pretty much a clear-cut fact? We all saw that there was blood on the tires. If that's not it, then what else is it? Those drawn blueprints that were stashed in Hito's room. And clearly that means that Celeste or Hifumi were the ones who drew those up. Let's just see what he says it was. No, what was the slip up?
何のことでしょう。
山田の死体消失を聞いた俺たちが保健室に戻った直後の話だ。
No, what she said after Hifumi's body disappeared. So no, this was again during investigation time. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. are going to die just like those guys did.
その言葉なら我も聞いていたが、それの何がおかしいというのだ。
Oh, what do you mean you don't know what's so strange about it? Hifumi didn't die yet. That she wanted us to believe that he was dead, but he wasn't dead yet.
いいか、物理準備室で石丸の死体を発見したのは俺と大神と深川の3人だった。
Exactly. And they were the first ones to discover Taka's body, so how did we know that they were dead? Unless this is after we all saw his body.
その後遅れてきた苗木から山田殺害の件を聞き、俺と大神は苗木と一緒に物理準備室を後にした。そして廊下に出たところでセレスと会い、俺たちは4人で保健室に向かうことになったんだ。その間、俺たちは石丸の死については一切何も話していないんだ。
And none of them said anything about Taka being dead.
そう考えると、セレスのあの発言は極めて不自然。いや、
あの発言だの不自然だの、いまいち意味がわからんのだけど。
おいセレス、みんなが困ってるぞ。みんなのためにもう一度同じ発言をしてやれよ。お前が犯人じゃないならできるはずだぞ。
No response. Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to?
"私の発言はこうでした。まるで楽しんでいるようですわね。私たちが怯え混乱する
Sight
の
of
を見
us
て
standing around frightened and confused.
寂しんでいるようですわ。このままだと全員殺されてしまいます。
We're all going to die here, just like those guys did.
以上でしたが、
The those guys did part.
セレスの発言の不自然な点が。
When she said that she should only have known about Hifumi's death. So, she should only have known
私の
about
発
Hifumi's
言は
death.
こうでした。
So, why
ま
did
る
she
で
say
楽しんでい
those
るようで
guys?
すわね。私たちが怯え混乱するのを見て楽しんでいるようですわ。このままだと全員殺されてしまいます。彼らのように殺されてしまいます。
So, that's still not the wrong one.
しまった。
Or,
私の発言はこうでした。まるで楽しんでいるようですわね。私たちが怯え混乱。
okay, yeah, forget it. Like, if that wasn't the wrong one, then...
「するのを見て楽しんでいるよ。このままだと彼らのように殺されて以上でしたが、
これで分かっただろう。セレスの発言の不自然な点が。
Okay, I have to use this. And then it has to be the part where she says those guys that I shoot at. Like that has to be the one that I shoot at.
まるで楽しんでいるようですわね。私たちが怯え混乱するのを見て
And that's not the wrong word.
楽しんでいるようですわ。このままだと全員殺されてしまいます。彼らのように殺す。
Yes, thank you. Like it had to have been that. So apparently she should have only known about
彼らのよう
Hifumi,
に
not
殺されるな
Taka.
んて発言はあの時のセレスさんから出てくるはずないんだよ。だってあの時僕らはまだセレスさんに石丸君の件を伝えてなかったはずだよ。
しかも俺たちがセレスと会ったのは廊下に出た後のことだ。つまりそいつには物
I
理準
really
備室
gotta
の死
pay
体を
more
見る機会
attention
もな
during
かったはずだ。
investigations. Not just what people are saying during class trials, but what people are saying during investigations too.
どうして知っていたの？殺されたのは一人じゃなくて彼ら、しかも男だったってことをさ。だってあの時はキリギリさんも姿を消してたんだ。彼女が殺された可能性だってあったはずだよ。
No response.
皆さん想像力が豊かなのですね。
想像だと？
先ほどあなた方はおっしゃっていましたわね。でしたらこの画像はどうなるのです？
Well, yes, we know the picture that you took, but
不審
again,
者が山田君を連れ去っているこの画像について皆さんはどう
That
説
was
明をつけるお
obviously
つもりですか？
それも捏造だろ。セレスッチがあの衣装を着て、そんで
No, she didn't put the suit on. No. How would that be
お忘
possible,
れ
man?
ですか？
How is
あ
that
の衣装
possible?
は葉隠君にしか着られないはずですわよ。それにこのデジカメにはタイマー機能なんてついておりません。つまり不審者が山田君を連れ去ったというのは揺るぎない事実なのです。私の証言が全て嘘だというならこの画像が何なのかを説明していただけますか？
そもそもその画像って本当に不審者が山田君を連れ去っているところなのかしら？
どういう意味ですか？
不審者が山田君を連れ去ったわけじゃなくて他の
It
可能
had
性
to
だ
have
って
been
あ
set
るん
up
じゃない
somehow.
かしら。
他の可能性なんてあるわけないですわ。
And other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect backing Hifumi away, then there's only other possible thing. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away, and Hifumi and the suspect had been drinking, dancing. No, okay, hang on. First of all, let me fix this again. Like, the dancing answer just sounds silly, but... Yeah, Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
あれは不審者が山田君を連れ去ってる画像じゃなくて山田君の方が不審者を連れ去ってる画像だったのかもしれないね。
そう考えられるはずよ。あの画像で連れ去られていたのは山田君の方ではなく不審者の方だった。それを私たちが勘違いしていただけなのかも。あの怪しい衣装も私たちに勘違いさせるためのものだったんじゃないかしら。あんな衣装を着ている人物を見たら誰だってそっちが怪しいと思い込んでしまうからね。
そうやって俺の寝てる間に俺を容疑者に仕立て上げたんだな。
そんなわけないじゃありませんか。山田君の方が不審者を連れ去っていた。
ありえない。本当にそうかしら。
You're trying to defend, you're trying to say that none of it makes sense.
でしたらお教えしましょうか。ありえないと言い切れる根拠を。
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? No, Robo Justice costume, Yasuhida's message, Robo Justice blueprints. Okay, let me just watch again. Okay.
気絶した俺にあの衣装を着させて山田っちに運ばせたんだな。そうやって俺を容疑者に仕立て上げたんだな。
ですからそれはありえないのです。この画像では不審者の背筋が伸びています。中にいるのが気絶した人間ならそんな姿勢を取れるわけがありません。
No, what? This is what I'm talking about. Like, even when I'm watching other people do it, like, how is this still wrong?
気絶した俺に
I had the wrong one selected.
あの衣装を着させて山田っちに運ばせたんだな。そうやって俺を。
ですからこの画像では不審者の背筋が伸びています。中にいるのが気絶した人間ならそんな姿勢を取れるわけがある。
Okay.
それは違うよ。いや、中の人が気絶してても背筋を伸ばした姿勢になれたはずだよ。
The suit does not bend.
あのジャスティスロボの衣装にあったある
It
特徴のおかげでね。
At the waist. You can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
そうだ、あの衣装って設計ミスのせいで腰が全く曲がらないんだ。
そもそも本当に設計ミスだったのかしら。最初からこの画像をでっち上げるために計算して作られた設計だったのかもしれないの。
セレスさんたちはそんな特徴がある衣装を気絶した葉隠君に着させることであの画像をでっち上げたんだよ。あの不審者の存在を僕たちに信じ込ませるためにね。
どうやらチェックメイトのようだな。
Exactly, checkmate. You can't defend yourself anymore.
メイト
ふざけてんじゃねえぞこのダーボは。何がチェックメイトだ。
セレス。
どうしても私を犯人に仕立て上げたいらしいがそいつは大きな間違いですわよ。お忘れですか。山田君が死に際に残したあの言葉よ。
Oh, what he said, I already said from the very beginning. Like, you could not accept that as the truth. He thought it was Yasuhiro because he knew that he was the one in that suit. And he wanted you guys to believe that it was him. But I knew from the very beginning that it wasn't him.
犯人の名前を
He
聞
tried
か
to
れた
say
山
who
田
it
君
was
は
outright so that there would be no point of a trial. That's too easy. I knew from the very beginning that it was not him.
犯人は安弘と
つまり葉隠康弘なんだよ。
俺は安弘なんて名前じゃねえって
そういうわけのわからぬ嘘をつくから話がややこしくなるのだ。
だけど山田君が言った康弘って本当に葉隠君のことを指しているのかしらね。
てめえ何言ってんだ。焼くぞ。
キリギリさん、どういう意味？
思い出してみて。山田君のみんなに対する呼び方を彼は私たちのことをどんな風に呼んでいたかしら。
He said people's last names, like everybody else does.
そうだ、フルネームだ。山田君はみんなのことをフルネームで呼んでたんだ。
例えば苗木誠殿って具合にね。だから山田君が葉隠君を名指しするつもりなら葉隠康弘殿って呼ぶはずなのよ。
たまたまですわ。その時だけ
You stop
下
trying
の
to
名前
defend
で呼ん
yourself,
だの
man.
でしょ。
Like, from the very beginning, Celeste had this very untrustworthy, like, personality. And plus, she's the gambler in this group. So
黙ってろ。
たった一回の偶然がその時なんて随分と都合のいい解釈をするのね。ありえないわ。山田君はいつものようにフルネームで犯人の名前を言おうとしたはずよ。だけどその途中で力尽きてしまった。
じゃあ山田君が示そうとしたのは、例えば名字が安弘の人物とか。
だがそんな名前の人物など該当する者はいないぞ。
ちょっと待って。可能性のある人が一人だけいるよ。今まで本名を明かしていないセレスさん。
なんですと、言いがかりもそこまで来ると笑えますわね。おい、適当なこと言わないでくださる？私が安弘なんてダセー名字のわけがねえだろうが。
チャンゲルズだったら教えてよ。セレスさんの本名って何なの？
よし、耳の穴をがっつりかっぽじってよく聞きやがれ。私の本名はセレスティア・ルーデンベルク。何度も同じことを言わせないでいただけますか。
Celeste still won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. And yes, the same crap. E-handbook, spotless hammer, Yasuhiro's message. Okay, stop. Because again, the hearts are too low. Only have 3. Alright.
山田君が示そうとしたのは名字が安弘の人物だったはず。
Alright, let's hope I can hit this one.
この中に安弘って名字の人がいるとしたら、
本名を明かしていないセレスだろうな。
だから何度も言ってますように。
So are you saying her real last name is
私の名
Yasuhiro?
前はセレスティア・ルーデンベルクなんだよ。
いつまで言い張ってるつもりだ。
言い張るも何もそれが真実ですわ。それを確かめる方法がない以上、それが真実なんだよ、バカ。
Okay. Let me try it again.
山田君が示そうとしたの名字が安弘の人。この中に安弘って
本名を明かしていない。
だから何度も言った私の名前セレスティアル。
いつまで言い張ってるつもりだ。
言い張るも何もそれが真実ですわ。それを確かめる方法がない以上、
Nope, come on
そ
now.
れが真実なんだよ、バカ。
Like, they make it so difficult to
山
hit
田
where you
君
want
が
to
示
hit.
そうとしたのは名字が安弘の人。この中に安弘って
本名を明かしていない。
And we're running out of time.
セレスティア
No, we are running out of time. Like, come on now,
いつま
stop
で言い
making
張
this
ってる
so
つもりだ。
difficult.
言い張るも何もそれが真実ですわ。それを確かめる方法がない以上、
Come on!
それが真実
Come
なんだよ、
on!
バカ。
Oh, where can I shoot so that this
山
doesn't
田
keep
君が示
missing?
そうとしたのは名字が安弘の人。この中に安弘って
本名を明かしていない。
だから何度も言った
Oh,
私の
we're
名前
running out of time.
いつまで言い張ってるつもりだ。
言い張るも何もそれが真実です。
Let me just see, let's see where. Okay.
実はそれを確かめる方法がない以上、
それが真実なんだよ、バカ。
Like, it's impossible. Like, those words are blocking it. Oh, we're gonna run out of time.
山田君が示そうとしたの。名字が安弘のチン。この中に安弘って
本名を明かしていない。
だから何度も私の名前。
セレスティア・ルーデンベルク
No, we are running out of
いつまで言い張って
time.
るつもりだ。
言い張るも何もそれが真実ですわ。それを確かめる方法がない以上、
Time's up. Time's up. Like, there's no way to hit it.
山田君が示そう。としたのは名字が安弘の人物だったはず。
この中に安弘って名字の人がいるとしたら、
本名を明かしていないセレスだろうな。
Alright, I think I know what to
だから
press now.
何度も言ってますように、私の名前は
セレスティア・ルーデン。
いつまで言い張ってるつもりだ。
If I miss
言
this,
い
it's
張るも
over.
何もそれが真実ですわ。それを確かめる方法がない以上、
Goodbye. Forget it. Forget it. Like, time's up.
名字が安弘のチン。この中に安弘って
本名を明かしていない。
だからな。
僕たちはここで終わってしまう。こ
I have failed like 5
こ
times.
で諦めたりしないぞ。
山田君が示そうとしたのは名字が安弘の人物だったはず。
この中に安弘って名字。
本名を明かしていない。
だから何度も私の名前。セレステ
いつまで言い
言い張るも何もそれが真実ですわ。それを確かめる方法がない以上、
Still missed.
それが真実なんだよ、バカ。
山田君が示そうとしたのは
I keep
名
on
字が安
pressing the
弘
wrong
の人
button.
物だった。この中に安弘って
本名を明かしていない。
だから何度も私の名前。セレステ
いつまで言い
言い張るも何もそれが真実です。それを確かめる方法、
Alright,
それ
finally.
は違うよ。そうだ、電子生徒手帳だよ。確か電子生徒手帳って起動時に持ち主の名前が表示されるはずだ
Yeah,
ったよ
turn
ね。
on that e-handbook, see what it says. Wait, it's some water, hang on.
最初にモノクマも言ってたはずだよ。
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
つまり電子生徒手帳を確認すればはっきりするはずなんだ。セレスさんの本名がさ。
プライバシーの侵害ですわ。見せませんわよ。
セレスさん、そろそろ本当のことを言ってくれないかな。本当のことをさ。
私は王手されたとしても諦めないたちなんですの。だって完全に決着するまでは何があるかわかりませんだろ。
だったら完全に決着させ
Come
る。
on now.
もう一度最初から事件を振り返ってそこで全ての犯行を明らかにしてそれで終わりにさせるよ。
Yeah, let's just get to the comic strip. Alright. So, first things first, Hifumi and Celeste review everything that goes on. But what's that for? Alright, yeah, I just don't. I'm not trying to screw this up anymore. So first things first. Oops. Oops. He'll explain what all these pictures mean. Alright, up next, Yasuhito comes in. So I guess he comes in and then he's... like woozy. But let me just make sure that that's right. Yes, that's right. Or no. No, this actually goes up here. It's a clock that shows 1 a.m. So I guess 1 a.m. was when they... That's right. They all met. Yasuhito was told to meet them at 1 a.m. Completely forgot about that. He gets chloroformed, then knocked out. They put him in the suit. She takes the picture of him being dragged away. When in reality, it's him dragging the robot away. And then I guess it has to be this, the Hammer 4 has to be next, because then that's what Hifumi used to kill Taka with. Okay, no, it's not this one. It's the wristwatch that Taka's looking at. Okay, duh. And then the fourth hammer goes there. And he uses that to kill Taka. up next, Justice Hammer 2. Again, he's gonna explain what all these pictures are. But yeah, Hifumi uses fake blood to cover everything up. And Justice Hammer 3 is what's found near his body. Got 19 minutes to do the rest of this, but I'm just looking up all the answers at this point. This is Hifumi, I guess, trying to drag the body of Taka away. And then this is when Celeste then comes in. With that hammer. Let's see if that's the last one. Yes.
犯人は君なんだ。犯人は今回の犯行に及ぶ際、まずある人物と手を組んだんだ。その人物は
Okay. And that person was
山田君で、
Hifumi
犯
with
人
an
は山田君
accomplice.
を共犯者にすることで一連の事件を可能にしたんだ。彼らはまず昨日の深夜1時にある人物を娯楽室に呼び出したんだ。
And man, this was a really elaborate scheme.
呼び出されたのは葉隠れ君。
Hifumi chloroforms him.
犯人たちは葉隠れ君を容疑者にでっち上げるために彼を呼び
They
出し
put Hito in the costume.
薬で眠らせたんだ。そして眠らせた葉隠れ君にジャスティスロボの衣装を着させた後、
Then she takes the pictures of
山田君
what's
は
supposed to look like
ジャスティス
Hifumi
ロボ
being
に
dragged
捕まっている
away.
ような演技を
But
し
in
て
reality,
犯人はそれをデジカメで撮影したんだ。葉隠れ君を不審者、つまり容疑者に仕立て上げる証拠作りのために。
all of that was just staged.
その後犯人たちは眠ったままの葉隠れ君をプールのロッカーの中に閉じ込めた。
Next it was
そ
Taka's
して
turn.
午前6時、ついに犯人たちは殺人を実行に移したんだ。彼らは物理準備室に石丸君を呼び出した。
Where Hifumi would bring the hammer
そこで石丸君は
and drop it.
山田君に殺されてしまった。これが最初の殺人だよ。その時使われた凶器が物理準備室に落ちてたジャスティスハンマー4号だ。最初の殺人なのに4号のハンマーが使われたのは犯行が起きた順序を誤認させるためだったんだ。その次に犯人と山田君が行ったのは2件の襲撃事件をでっち上げることだった。彼らはそこで被害者になりすましたんだ。容疑をジャスティスロボに向けるためにね。1件目の偽装は娯楽室での襲撃事件だった。
Okay, yeah, so then all the other Justice
そこで
Hammers
犯人
were
は
fake
ジ
incidents.
ャスティスハンマー1号と例のジャスティスロボの画像を僕らに見せることでその襲撃事件を僕らに信じ込ませようとしたんだ。そして2件目の偽装、図書室での襲撃事件の時は傷ついた山田君とジャスティスハンマー2号を見せつけることで事件を捏造したんだ。こうして
Yeah, these
2件
class
の襲
trial
撃
scenes
事件を
clearly
で
are
っち上
going
げ
to
る
be
ことで
very, very long.
犯人たちは僕らにある先入観を植え付けたんだ。謎の不審者がハンマーを大きくしながら次々と人を襲ってるってね。そしてそれを信じ込んでしまった僕らはすぐにその不審者の捜索を始めたんだけど
I'm telling you that all of these murders are getting more and more elaborate each time.
その時山田君だけを保健室に残してしまったんだ。それは山田君の狙い通りだった。
Exactly. He put fake
冷
blood
蔵
on
庫にあっ
himself.
た輸血パックとジャスティスハンマー3号を使って自ら死体を演じたんだ。自分が殺されたと見せかけたんだよ。そして山田君の悲鳴を聞いて戻ってきた僕らはそれを発見したんだ。しかもその時物理準備室では石丸君の死体が発見されてたんだ。そしてそこで流れ
I like
た
how they
死
just
体
have
発見がアナウン
Celeste
スの
as
せい
a
で
like a
僕らは山田
mysterious
君が死ん
figure.
だと勘違いしてしまったんだ。こうして僕らを騙した山田君は保健室が無人となった一瞬の隙をついて保健室から抜け出したんだ。その後山田君の死体
How
が
does
消
a
えたと
dude
知った
this
僕らは
big move that
慌て
quick,
て保健
man?
室に集まってしまった。その隙をつき今度は物理準備室に忍び込んだ山田君は石丸君の死体をビニールシートで包み台車を使って美術倉庫まで運搬したんだ。これが死体消失事件の真相だよ。
And then that's when Celeste
僕は
attacked.
知らなかったんだ。全てを操る真犯人の犯行計画の結末を。本当の結末、それは共犯者である山田君を殺すことだったんだ。現場である美術倉庫にあったハンマーでね。これが今回の事件の全てだよ。そしてこの計画を実行していた主犯の人物は
Am I supposed to be doing something here? Okay, no. Jeez, that was dramatic.
セレスさん、君の負けだ。
負けだなんそんな言葉を聞いたのはいつ以来でしょう。
Apparently never, but this is the first time for everything.
言葉ですわね。
認めるんだね。君が犯人だってこと。
We have our first female culprit.
嫌ですわ。君だなんて。そんな教授みたいな口ぶり。セレスティア・ルーデンベルク。いえ、もしくは安弘妙子でいいですわ。
Finally revealing her real name.
安弘妙子。
ようやく認めたか。
負けを宣告されてあがくほど王将際は悪くありませんね。
そうか。
So the entire time, her last name was the same as Yasuhiro's first name. You get a B for this. Okay.
モノクマさん、それでは始めてくださる？いえ、終わらせてくださる？ですわね。
ふむふむ、お待ちかねの投票タイムですね。いいでしょう。では始めましょうか。ではお前らはお手元のスイッチで投票してください。さて、投票の結果、黒となるのは誰なのか。その答えは正解なのか不正解なのか。さあ、どうなんだ。
Alright, well, we don't have to do anything here. It's already gonna pick for us. It's usually a unanimous decision here. Well, I'll admit that was truly an elaborate scheme. You had everybody fooled, but not for long. Basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Black, and this time the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lutenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
まったく
And lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations. He did everything that you wanted him to do.
やっぱり
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. Then how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure he relied on her specially lying. Or, I'm sure he relied on her specialty lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
じゃあ
Then did you use... You know... I knew you'd figured it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. So Chihiro was involved. Does she mean... She talking about alter ego?
はにゃはにゃ
What? What are you talking about?
ちょっ
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here.
しょぼー
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
とつまり
Then you're the one who stole it.
ええ
That's right.
なるほどね
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
と
What are you doing here?
実は
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
よろしいですか
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
それでは
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found the use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier, and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course. So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it. What?
私
Please, forgive me. He threatened me. Oh, now she's an actor. He did?
私
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me. And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice. Gotta get some water. That's a crime! An absolute crime! I mean, I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but... I never imagined he would go that far! It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna fucking kill him!
そんな
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
はい
Huh?
実は
Taka's planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target. Escape? You don't mean... Taka's going to try to kill you.
ええ
And also he can keep her to himself. She came up with this entire ruse. That bastard!
まったく
Can we allow him continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She... I have to save her.
実は
Then would you like to join with me? Just so happens, I have come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Hi.
What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that the item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
なるほどな。
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
ええ
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
けどよ。
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
えー
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
だが
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you would actually let him live?
よろしいですか
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
やはり
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
なんなの
How can human life mean so little to you?
な
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
ひでえぞ。
Now you sound like Byakuya.
それはどうでしょ
No,
う
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
どうして
Then what made you take things this far?
なんなの
Was it really just for money?
うん
You talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
けどよ。
But all along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
ぶちぐさげ
Obviously, that was a lie.
これ
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
ぶちぐさ
I
げ
wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh?
いいですわね
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here, she's just demented at this point. Here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
ま
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
私
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
素敵ですわ
To live in a European castle. A castle? Oh my gosh. and to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Just sounds so telling for her. So fitting for her. Once I attained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
いいですわね。
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
仕方がありませんわね。
my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end. So why would I? You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
あら、
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
お分かりで
That's
すか
all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
何それ。
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscience deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared.
そうです
That's
わ
right.
ね。
I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a chance, then
素敵ですわ。
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
おいおい。
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. That weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
ワクワクドキ
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
スペシャ
Now
ルな
then, I prepared a very special punishment for her.
用意しました。
Oh, oops.
では張り切っていきましょう。お仕置きタイム。
最後にキリギリさんにこれを渡しておきましょう。
What, her key?
あれは果たして希望なのでしょうか。私にはそうは思えませんでしたわ。だからこそいえ、打足です。それではごきげんよう。また来世でお会いしましょう。
Yeah, anybody else that's going to hell, you'll see her there. Alright, let's see what her punishment's gonna be. Well, I guess she gets her wish of a castle, but... The burning of the Versailles witch. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's very fitting for her. A medieval style witch burning. It's just that this has to be the most dramatic one out of all of them. Oh my gosh, here we go. Oh, he just rammed the fire truck into it? So you don't even let her burn alive, you just kill her before she even burns? What on earth? It's over. Am I able to save now? The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. She killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world and saw more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value in your lives. Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here. You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that's reality. Just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What did you want from us? What did you miss? You missed the most dramatic execution so far. This is the end of the third class trial. If you have not played this game and you have interest in playing it, I understand if you decide to step away, but yeah, that was an insane execution with an anticlimactic ending. But that shouldn't be a surprise. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? But what do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. Oh, you're fine? Alright. So it was determined that Celeste was the one who piloted this entire ruse that we just spent 3 hours digging through. She had Hifumi help her get rid of Taka, and then she got rid of him. And she tried to frame Yasuhiro by throwing him into a robot suit. Everything just kind of backfired on her. Hifumi said way before this trial who had killed him. He said Yasuhiro. And it was determined that Hifumi never addresses people by their first name. So that meant that he was referring to somebody else whose last name was Yasuhiro. And that's when we found out that Celeste's last name, Celeste's real name, is, I think it was like something like Taika Yasuhiro or something like that. A very elaborate ruse that Celeste came up with. And then she was executed by way of an old medieval style witch burning. Except she didn't even get to burn alive. Monokuma crashed a fire truck into her instead. It's just completely anticlimactic. Alright, so anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste? So what's the deal with that? What's the matter?
じゃあ
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
あなたは
What did you do? What did you do to me? What?
ね
Answer. Answer me. What did you do to my body? Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez, what do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
もじもじ
Alright, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I go out of here. Get out of here.
じゃ
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
あ待ってね
See ya. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
それは
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
おい、
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
ええ
Good idea. My voice. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
ね
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
なんだ
But why exactly are you going alone?
それは
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
おい
It's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
なんだ
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just gonna draw more attention to us.
じゃあな
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya. It's up to you now.
Woo.
Going to the dining hall, okay? So, Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
よし
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
行きましょうか
Well, shall we go? Before I answer that question, we will continue with this. Tomorrow, hopefully my voice can survive doing this 3 days straight. And thank you all for watching this very long stream. Like I said, Clash Trial streams are always going to be really long, because those Clash Trials are long. It is clear that even with watching these guide videos, it is still going to be a bit of a struggle for me to get through this. But I gotta just continue. There's only 2 Clash Trials left. I just gotta continue paying very close attention to everything that happens during the investigation and try not to forget anything that happened, and we'll be fine. So clearly this Clash Trial proved that you get an infinite amount of chances. You don't start the whole Clash Trial over after you die. You just continue from where you lost at. So that's why I was constantly looking at videos, because I was afraid that if I lost, I would have to start the whole thing from the beginning. These Clash Trials are too long for that. As Koga mentioned, he has finished writing the first book of his lore story, or of our lore story. So now production will begin throughout 2026. Stay tuned for all that. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a great night, everybody.